It was just a good story. I actually had never seen the original. It was a good story. I think it's a lot different than the original. And again, just a great filmmaker that wanted to do it. Well, first of all, he's a great actor, but I think because he's such a nice person, even as a bad guy, he's still nice, even though he's awful. But first and foremost, he's just a wonderful actor. The first 3 weeks they filmed me, and he would be in a little room, in his dressing room. Then the second 3 weeks they filmed him, and I sat in the room just talking to him over the microphone. It's interesting because you really do develop a relationship over the phone. Just good summer movie fare with good, interesting characters, you know, action with characters.
A real adrenaline rush, great acting, great direction by Tony Scott, just the look of the movie itself. I think many audience people will really dig it. It's a cool flick. I mean, it's a reinvention of the original. You can never go back to the original because it was that good. But Tony did an incredible job of reinventing it. And again, all the performances by all the guys and everything was great. Tony Scott asked me to be in a Tony Scott movie. And then he said, Denzel and John. And I said, I'm in with you, Tony.
The moment I got the part, I was like, whoa, this is going to be, you know, an amazing experience that you just don't get an opportunity to work with two people like that of that caliber all the time. So, and then walking onto the set the first day, for sure. First of all, the set was huge, intimidating, and then you look over and there's Denzel chilling. It was amazing. It was an amazing process, man. And John Travolta's just a sweetheart, man. I mean, he was literally in the room right next to my room. And so I didn't get to work with him physically, but we would hear his voice, Denzel and I, and then we would cut. I'd go back to my room, and he would come by and hang out. We would just talk for hours.
They're two rock stars. They're the best at what they do. In terms of their craft, and also their brilliant personalities. And they both have a tremendous work ethic, which is great for a director. Everybody talks about character-driven movies. I think this, for me, is the most character-driven movie I've ever done, and I think one of the best ones out there in terms of the characters were so colorful. The real guys I met, and we brought them to the script and brought them, and Brian Helgeland, my writer, he reinvented these characters, because he's got the biggest heart. He's the sweetest man. He's the most dangerous man, and he's the most charming. Yeah. So it's a contradiction to have a big heart and a bad guy. And he's got the big heart. You look in his eyes, you don't even know him, and you see him on screen. He's got this big heart, yet he's dangerous. He's got these edges. So that combination is a very rare and unique combination for a bad guy.
Well, Denzel said to me early on that he wanted to play an everyday guy. He didn't want to play a cop, he didn't want to play FBI, he just wanted to be an everyday New Yorker. And he is from New York, and he just wanted, just to be a worker, just a normal guy. And John wanted to play somebody that was a memorable bad guy, and I think John's great when he goes for that. He's done that a couple times now. And fortunately, Brian Helgeland, our writer, just wrote the hell out of both those roles. And between his writing and Tony's directing and those guys' natural instincts as actors, it comes alive.
Well, first of all, John's a great actor. John is a good actor when he's playing a good guy. John's a great actor when he's playing a bad guy. I love what he does as a bad guy, and I think he has a lot of fun with it. And he had a great time making the movie. Working with Denzel was a thrill for both of them. And you add in Tony Scott's vision, his talent, and the way he shoots a movie, and you end up with a thrilling picture like Pelham 123.